I walked into a women's prison carrying leashes and training knowledge. But what those dogs carried through the gates was far more powerful. In the late 1990s, I helped establish a prison dog training program at the Women's Correctional Facility in Vega Alta, Puerto Rico. Before the program began, we visited a shelter and carefully evaluated the dogs' temperaments. We needed dogs capable of living and working safely within that environment, and dogs we could prepare for adoption. I had worked with dogs, horses, police officers, and people from many different backgrounds. But when those prison gates closed behind me, I still wondered, how will these women receive me? How will any of this work? My uncertainty disappeared almost immediately. The women were excited. They gathered around us, asked question after question, and became deeply involved. They cleaned the kennels, prepared meals, groomed the dogs, and learned obedience training 3 days each week. But something deeper began happening when the formal lessons ended. The guards told me that some women would enter the kennels, sit beside the dogs, and tell them their stories, as though the dogs understood every word. Perhaps they did not understand the sentences, but they understood the emotions, and they listened without interrupting, condemning, or asking what those women had done to end up behind those gates. The dogs were officially supposed to sleep in the kennels, yet occasionally one would mysteriously disappear into a woman's room and hide beneath her sheets, while a guard became conveniently interested in looking the other way. Then came a Monday morning I will never forget. The women surprised us with tricks they had taught the dogs by themselves over the weekend. One dog rolled over, another played dead. The entire prison yard erupted in laughter. Even the guards were laughing. Eventually, the women interviewed the families applying to adopt their dogs. Some asked their own relatives to apply, hoping the dog might remain within their family and perhaps be waiting when they returned home. And then I watched the deepest transformation of all. Women from the first group began teaching new participants how to train, groom, and care for the dogs. The students had become teachers. This was more than shelter dog rehabilitation. It was a living demonstration of responsibility, confidence, trust, and the human-animal bond. I entered that prison believing I was there to teach women how to train dogs. I left understanding that sometimes a second chance travels in both directions along the same leash.